to Two Queens and Crystal Things, the podcast where we are on some manifest your life, shift your mind, and raise the consciousness type of shit. I am Mia.
And I am Christy, and you can consider us your spiritual girlfriends.
Hey, y'all.
Man, it seems like it has been a minute since we've been on here. But you know what? I think out of all of our episodes, I think the fourth season may be going on to be our longest.
Really?
Yeah. I think season 2 we got to like 42 or 43.
I feel like we got to a 50 in one of those. No, we
Nope.
didn't? Oh. Well, there you have it, folks.
Nope. So anyway, it feels like it's been a minute, so I'm happy to be back. But so our last episode was titled "Feel It to Heal It." We talked about our, some of the healing aspects of embarking on our healing and spiritual journeys, and just allowing ourselves to really sit in the emotions that come up through us and accept them and feel them, because when we allow that opportunity to just really be in touch with our feelings, that's part of the healing process.
Okay.
Yep. Tell us about today. This is
you
a
guys,
good episode.
Okay. So as we are recording this is the 9th of November. This will air on the 10th of November, which will give us time to prepare for the 11/11 portal, you guys. First of all, there are so many reasons that I think it's very important for us to have this conversation about being able to take advantage. It's almost like like a universal adrenaline shot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, so we always have that opportunity to manifest and bring things into our lives. But there are moments on our timelines where the universe gives us a big old extra boost. Like, we got premium, we have access to premium channels, even if you're paying for basic cable. You know what I mean? Like, and we are in that moment, and this is something that we want to talk about, because when I say this energy is powerful, it's really powerful.
Powerful. Okay, so let's go back real quick. Let's talk about a portal. Some of you may or may not know what we're talking about. So for a portal, you can think of it as like these concentrated centers of energy where you can kind of move in and out of. I guess that's the only way that I can think of it. But, so some people say, and I need to change that number, but some people said that you can feel the energy 2 days before.
Oh, yeah,
11/11,
absolutely.
and then 2 days
No, that's
after.
why I really think this is the perfect time for us to have this conversation, because we'll be pulling on and feeling the energies of what will be to come. So it's an opportunity to really attune the people who are listening to the energy of this 11/11 portal. So I like to think of it like just like how you see when you see in movies where there's like some type of time travel or something happens. Sorry guys, that's Brantley. It's kind of like a wormhole. It's like a cosmic gateway. And it's like if you're going from one space to another, there's like a bridge where the opportunity to go from this place is wide open. It's easy. The gates are open. There's no riddles when you get to, how you there's this analogy when you come to cross the bridge, which is representative of you going into a new cycle, going into a new space. The troll at the end of the bridge asking you questions. Like, the troll is not there. The portal is open. The bridge is open. If you are vibrating at the energy that makes it easy for you to be able to accept that energy, that where you're vibrating together in that energy.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at the portal. It's just the veil is lifted. There's no toll road. Right. This is straight interstate.
And I heard someone talk about, think of the first set of the 11s as a gateway or doorway in between worlds. So the first set of 11, that is like your inner wisdom, your inner world, and then the second set of the second 11 is a doorway to the outer world, which I thought it was good, because as within, as so without.
So, okay, I like that because, so when I think of 1111, and I know a lot of people who are familiar with tarot or who are tarot readers, a lot of people are familiar with the Four of Wands tarot card. And so it's basically, and it looks like, if you pull up a Four of Wands pictures, it looks like two 11s, two of the wands over here and two of the wands over here, and in the middle it's like shows this happy couple, this beautiful background behind them. So when I think about what the meaning of that card is, it also gives me context into the energy. Because when I did a pull on it, that was the first card that came out, was the Four of Wands. So I think this is also an opportunity for us to return home. It's a coming together. It's a harvest of, and seeing the growth of the seeds that we have planted. It's stability. It's laying down the roots. The roots. How we have these. How you guys are planters out there. You have a plant that's doing really, really, really well. I mean, it is jamming, it is growing, and it's time. The roots are probably stretching out the potted plant, and it's time for it to be replanted. It's time for you to put it in some new soil so those roots can stretch out. That's how I feel like people. That's how we're feeling now. Are you going to stay in that cramped pot, or are you going to replant yourself in new nutrient soil so that you can continue to grow? It's your choice.
Yes, it is.
Are you gonna walk through the portal or not?
Yeah. And so portal it's also good for new beginnings too.
Yes.
I mean, it's a time for you.
It's a new cycle.
It is. It's a time for you. Like, if there were things that you wanted to do that you've been sitting on, or you haven't put your energy into it, now is the time to do that. Now is the time to take action. And so in this new portal, this new beginnings with actually new energy, it's the perfect time to do that.
So if we go back to the analogy of the plant that needs to be repotted.
Yep.
If you keep that plant in a pot that its roots are much too large for, that plant will eventually suffocate itself and die. But it's comfortable there. It knows how to, it's figuring out how to survive.
That's a good analogy.
You know what I mean? Like, the plant gonna figure out how to survive for as long as it can, when the plant has an opportunity to thrive. When I say we are walking the edge between greatness and self-destruction, with surviving and thriving, like, what timeline are you choosing? And it seems like if you were to ask someone which timeline they're choosing, of course they would naturally say, oh, I'm going with where I'm better, where I'm bigger, where there's more joy, where I'm wealthy, whatever that life is that they desire. But when given the opportunity, you would be amazed at how many people choose to stay comfortable.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the portal is still a portal. So it's a bridge. There's some space. Leaving this space where it feels comfortable. I know how to survive here. I'm good. It's just, it's not too much. I don't know what happens on this bridge. If I cross that portal gate, I don't know what happens on this bridge. I know it's great over there, but what if something happens to me in that in-between time?
See, that's
what happens to me between where I am and where I'm going to be? And the fear of what could happen in that in-between time would keep people comfortable. It will stay potted in that plant, that plant potter that is too small for the roots and the work that you have done. Can you imagine? Like, think about it.
It's true. And honestly, I think that speaks to why a lot of people have decided not to, like, be engaged or even take action in their healing journey. because
Yes.
it's just comfortable for them to stay or to be where they are. Or even people say, I desire this for my life, but they refuse to make changes. It just doesn't work that way.
Well, see, the thing about that I think about when people won't make a step towards their journey is because there is this innate knowing that once I know,
right,
I can't unsee it. And what if it gets too scary to a certain point, and I want
I
to
gotta
turn
be
around and
accountable.
go back, and I want to go back, and I want to put my head in
Right.
the sand. And there's something to us like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I'm
And
good
some
right
people,
here.
I get that, and some
I'm
people
good
choose to
right
be ignorant. And
here.
I've also gotten to the point where I don't judge
You know
anymore.
what? I wouldn't
don't
even
judge
say
anymore.
it's ignorant. I think it's I'm
Or to not
choosing
know.
the energy. I'm choosing the energy that is comfortable for me at this moment. I am not in a space where I'm not in an adventuresome mood.
Yeah.
I got this. I can hit these 4 blocks, bend this corner real quick. I mean, I know this
But
space.
see, I still feel like
it's comfortable.
when people settle in their comfort zone, that they are being ignorant to the other aspects of themselves that they're able to be. They're not allowing themselves to expand to feel that. So there is like this kind of block of ignorance that they're not able to break through.
Well, yes, it's
And I just
because
don't judge
ignorance
anymore.
is really just you just don't know.
Right.
You just don't know. And it's
I don't judge anymore.
It's the fear. It's the
Right.
fear.
You guys, the unknown. We gotta brace the unknown.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, some things, what this 1111 portal is bringing up is,
Oh yeah.
there are things in our life that we have, when I say thought about ad nauseum, we have thought about every possibility and what it could be, so much that we get into this energy where it's almost agonizing, because it's just a feedback loop of you talking to yourself, saying the same stupid shit over and over and over and over and over again. But then you try to logic your way out of it. What this portal is showing us is that some things you can't logic your way out of this.
Nope.
It's going to require some fucking faith.
Yeah.
I don't care how many ways you analyze what step you could take, if it goes this way or that way. At some point, in order to take a step and test your theory, it's going to require some faith. And I feel like the energy that this is bringing is, are you going to step out on faith?
Yeah.
You've thought about this to the point where there's
It really
nothing else to
is.
think about.
Like this is it's
It's
that time
it.
to
It's-
take action.
What we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? What are you doing?
It's
what
time to
what
stop
am I doing?
talking about it and start being about it.
I like that
That
accent.
was like my worst New York. I used to be so much better when I was living in New York, you know. When we were in New York, you know, just for 24 hours, it was coming out just a little bit. But anyway,
Why does it come up as like Italian?
I don't know. But it's, you know, it's New York. But so, you know, I've also heard that 1111, especially just energetically, the veil is a lot thinner. And you can just, like, this access to energy that we have, also access to just our inner wisdom. This is the perfect time to just utilize that energy. But it also presents us with the opportunity to stretch this human experience. And so not only is the energy thinner, but we're able to be more in tune with our shit. Like, I just feel like we're able to really feel, if you're open to it, but it's like, this is the best time. I mean, we'll talk about things to do on that day or things you can't do on that day.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is a perfect time to connect with yourself, connect with your ancestors, connect with your spirit team. Man, go into those Akashic records. Have yourself a good time with, like, manifesting, there's just whatever it is that you desire.
I feel like it's
But just know, in order to have it manifest from the energetic realm to the physical realm, that means that you're going to physically have to put an action behind it. So be ready to work. If it's time to start being about it and stop talking about it. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this energy. It's like, okay, like what you said, like, what we doing? What's up?
We've gone over this, up, down, in, out.
Right.
I think that it's a perfect opportunity to embrace that no matter what is happening or has happened or will happen, that is all for my greatest good.
Absolutely.
When we start to tap into this adventure that we as spiritual beings are having in this human form, this adventure, this vacation, it really starts to simplify it. We came here to evolve and learn and grow and design and code and program the type of experience that we want to have as human beings. What's happening is that we're just waking up to the fact, to your right as a spiritual being to code your own goddamn experience. That's what the awakening is to me. If I try to simplify it, it's you are in charge of your character. What? Yes. You are in charge of your character. You get to choose. And this is, I think, a great opportunity for us as a collective to learn, to really try to move to a space of non-judgment. Yeah. Because what we'll have to understand is, even given the opportunity to choose to be anything that you want to be, what is your happy place? There are people who would choose what we would consider to be evil. They want to know what it feels like. Yeah. So are we saying that they're wrong? Do we take away their right to be a sovereign being? To be who they are spiritually? Yes, there are consequences that come within the matrix of this world that we live in, but who are we to say that they are wrong for knowing full well I get to choose? Everyone's not going to choose what you think is the most beautiful version of life.
Right.
So when we get to the point where we realize I have a choice and I get to live that, and then energetically I will be matched with the tribe of people who move and think and grow like that, and then it just gets larger and larger and it grows, and maybe I may bump into someone who has a different mindset, value set. I would love collectively if we got to a place where we don't judge what that is. That just means that just doesn't vibe with where I am.
Right. I mean, there was a conversation we had, and I think we might have shared this on the podcast too, about, we are all aspects of Source just experiencing this potential of what life could be. And if you think about this thing or being wanting to experience life in every single aspect, every single possibility, that is who we are. The animals and the trees and the plants and so people who may decide to live a life that is different from how I'm living, I realize that this is just an aspect of Source experiencing that.
A different outcome, a different possibility, a different timeline,
different energy, all of that.
So I think,
and I respect it. I learned to respect it.
When we experience this life from our spiritual selves, not our human 3D selves, we don't place judgment on what it is that we're experiencing. We're just feeling it. We are experiencing something that is different than what I can experience in spirit form. There's a feeling, there's something that is inherently human that we cannot experience in spirit form. So we don't say this is a bad experience, I'm feeling sad as our spiritual selves. We are enjoying the fact that we are able to have the experience. And so what if, as our human selves, acknowledging that we really are spiritual beings and start to look at our life the way our spiritual selves look at this life? What type of life is that? And I feel like with this 11-11 day, we are being given the opportunity to kind where your spiritual self and your 3D self can come together and design the life that you want to live that is in alignment with your highest self. And it's like it's open. It's like, you know, the mirror. It's like when I look at it, it's like I'm looking in the mirror. There's the 3D version and there's a spiritual version of myself, and we're like, oh, we could do. Wait, oh, come through, come on, and then come to this timeline, or choose a timeline, design where are we going from here, and also the harvest time for what we've been working on through this time. I mean, I'm telling you, like I don't want to sound like rainbows and, you know, puppy tails, but I do feel like if this is something that is resonating with you and you've been going through, it's been a challenging time. You know, you may have had little spurts and fits of things that seem to, you know, I feel like if you've made it this far and you found a way to regulate and bring yourself back to your highest self, it's not that when you are awakened to your higher self that you will never not have to come back to yourself. It is, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Oh, this human thing happens. Let me align myself back to my highest self. Let me get back to myself. In order to get back to yourself, you have to know who you are. So if you have gone through the journey where you are, I know who I am. Oh, I have figured out my way to get back to myself when the 3D world, when I get out of observer mode, when I get out of the fact that this is an adventure that I chose to be on, when I start to feel and think that I am of this world, not just in it, I know how to get back to myself. You fucking did it. If this is anything that I'm saying is resonating with you, it's like, congratulations. Like, you have really pulled through.
So let me try and break it down for people that may not have gotten it. I think I need to just
no, please
try to repeat it back in terms that make sense to me. So there is an aspect of us where we just are enjoying the physical and human experience. And then there is another aspect of us that once we realize there's more to our human experience, we move into this spiritual aspect of ourselves and don't necessarily return to that human experience. But then you're talking about us then moving back into this space where we're embracing both sides.
I think, yes, we're moving to a space
to be
where
in harmony.
Yes.
Okay.
So another way that you'll hear people say it is to walk in their divinity on earth.
Yeah.
To be aware that I am a divine being. To be aware that I am truly an aspect of the oneness, having an experience that we designed. And now basically it's almost like Source is saying, oh, you're going through your process. I trust you with your heart, your mind, your spirit, your soul, and your body. Go code away. That's what, you know what I mean? It's like, you got it. Now it's like you are coming into the understanding and the realization that I got this, that I write this, that I create this. And when you really think about it, if you're writing your own fantasy, like, be fucking delusional, honestly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what, like the things that you really want deep within your soul that you're afraid to say because you don't want to be wrong. They're saying, let that shit go. Believe it with every piece of your being. Feel that shit. Know that. And this is the energy that is coming towards us. It's where the highest of high dreams and the seeds that you have planted, no matter what they are, your harvest is coming in. It's when I say karma, and remember, karma is whatever you are. So, you know, people will say karma's a bitch. Well, karma's only a bitch if you are. Karma can be an angel, a saint, a warrior. Whatever it is that you are is what your karma is. So whatever it is that you are, and if you're feeling good and happy and knowing that I am finally in my full and authentic self, and you feel comfortable in that, ooh, welcome to your karma season. Welcome to your karma season regardless. But what this portal also is, so you have the people who are new cycle, and then you have those that are stepping into, it's time for me to start this journey. So I love it. I mean, it's just because I feel like there's a shift regardless, no matter where you are on this space.
I'm definitely feeling the shift.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to walk through a portal to whatever that next step is, whatever that evolution is of who and what you are. It's time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's exciting.
It really is. It really is. And as we were just talking about, I mean, this is also a good time to be extremely, extremely aware of what you were thinking.
Woo! Yes, ma'am.
Because again, like the energy during this season, wherever we focus our energy, that will manifest. And it's like this, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like this phase of extra, I don't even know, like extra good luck or something. I don't know. It's just like the energy is just very actionable. Like,
yes,
you know, whatever your intention is, it's going to evolve into something physical. It's, you know, I don't know. It's just, it's this. Energy.
That's literally it, Christine.
That energy is, you really want to ride the wave on this one.
Like, whatever you are thinking about is in the process of becoming.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I get, like, you know, we got a nice little steroid shot from the universe. Mm-hmm. And I think some people have started to see glimpses of some of the manifestations coming. Some are quicker, some are slower. And I'm sure there are some people who are like, look, man, now I've been manifesting for a couple 5 minutes here. Like, this has been a minute, like a couple years. And why isn't this coming? Just think about it. If you have been flip-flopping in your energy, sometimes you're great, sometimes you're not great, where you have been allowing yourself to be ruled by this 3D world as opposed to being an observer of your life and your spiritual self, you have no consistency in your energy. Remember, what you are is what attracted to you. This is the time to be intentional and stable in your energy.
Ooh, say that.
Be intentional and authentic in who you are, because when I tell you what and who you are is coming to you, and depending on, you know what I mean, like, oh,
but you said
karma season.
You also said something that I just want to reiterate. Is you said be consistent in your energy,
baby.
You can't flip and flop and then expect for life to be giving you something that's going to be consistent, you know?
Be honorable in your intentions, especially your intentions towards yourself. Stop playing.
Yep. And, you know, this time represents balance. It's the balance between masculine and feminine. And this is really a time, I think this is a good time on 11/11. Again, we're going to talk about things that you can do, but I think it's a really good time to just be with yourself and to really find that harmony within. You know, I think that's just a really great day to be in alignment.
Like even you saying harmony, I think it balance. Even when I look at 11/11, it represents balance.
Yeah.
Like it's 2 and 2. It's 4, which is stability, which is foundation. Which, I mean, like, there's so much there that I am. And then when you do the number of the day, November 11th, 2023, it's an 11. So we got an 11/11 and an 11/11 day. You know what I mean? Like, on an 11 day. This is... Like, I mean, I feel like I sound so dramatic, but I'm so serious. I literally feel like my shoulders coming down a little bit. At the same time, the hairs on my arms kind of feeling electrified. It's just...
It's happening.
Right, it's happening. And I honestly, you guys, I do feel like, Christy, tell me what you think. Over the past 6 months especially, I feel like there is a spiritual cohort, if you will, that has gone through a transformation spiritually. And during this time, there's been these starts and stops. Like, it's like, oh, it's changing, and then it stops. And then it seems like it goes deeper. It's like, and I feel like there may have been a spiritual cohort, and I'm going to include myself in this group, that it's like, we need to put you in the advanced class real quick because this is coming. And we need you to, whatever remnants or whatever bush, we gonna get this out. So as you are clearing out the muck, there might have been a little bit of, when you pulled that tree out, you might have left a stump there. It's like, no, that stump has to go too, because otherwise those roots are still in you. You just cut off the top of the tree. You know what I mean? So there are some places and spaces over the last 6 months that people have had to go to, and I really do feel like when I say the culmination, it's the dun 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 dun, like everybody's coming out. That's what it feels like to me, and I mean that personally too. But I do feel like that is a collective feeling. Let us know what y'all think.
Yeah, no, I really do feel that. And yeah, it's interesting because I know Saturday, I guess I wasn't really thinking about it until we were talking about this episode, but I know 11/11 is Brantley's birthday, and I always call him my angel baby. And as, we're leading up to his birthday, I've just been feeling this, the sense of readiness. And the sense of readiness and the sense of clarity and really taking action. Because there have been things that I've been sitting on and not wanting to do, either because I didn't have the time or I was just afraid. I feel like now is the time where I'm starting to feel that push forward.
Christy,
I really
I resonate with that. I really do. I feel like there's so many things that I've started. I wasn't, for whatever reason, I truly could not finish. I couldn't keep going. I just, seriously, like almost like a blockage, some type of obstacle. And I feel like now it's like, okay, you're good. Road's clear. Go.
Yeah.
But we've talked about this a little bit. Spiritual sovereignty. 11/11. A great day to claim your sovereignty spiritually. Christy, what does that mean to you? Break it down.
So to me, it means to really stand in your ability, or knowing, as you were talking about, your knowing to create, create the life that you want for you, and standing in that power and understanding that you accept what you want to accept, you receive what you're wanting to receive. You are a sovereign being. Whatever someone dictates to you, it's not something that you need to accept, because you are the one that determines that for yourself. And really just being confident in that space and knowing that you are the main character of the story. No one else but you.
Do you think knowing what you know now, having gotten to the place that you're in your journey, if you could go back 4 years ago, knowing what you know now and what you've been through, would you say, okay, yeah, I'll do it? Thinking, just go 4 years.
Would I do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And I think that is a difficult part for people to get to, because you're like the pain, right? When I tell you, this almost makes me emotional. Far and away, I would do this shit all over again if that was the only way that I would be able to get back to me.
Yeah. And I say that about, RJ and Kai's that relationship I went through. I would do it all over again.
All of it.
Knowing that I would also come out on the other side with these wonderful kids and just becoming who I am becoming.
We're always, so that's it. And having gotten to the space where and I can only speak for myself where I am in this journey. I'm understanding. I don't judge my experience as good or bad as much as I used to. I understand that I am and was always becoming. And whatever feelings, emotions, trials, tribulations, highlights, excitement, triumphs, soul cleansing comes with each of those moments and times, they all mean something. They all add up to the collective experience that is me. And I love me. So yes, the 3D version of myself would be like, no, we take out some things, but truly, in my highest self, I know better.
Yeah, and I feel
And
like
I'm
you get
grateful.
exactly, and I feel like you get to a certain point in your life, or like spiritually, where even the hardest moments, you learn to appreciate. Like, man, that to be able to experience this very, very low point, or these very, very dark emotions. It's just, I don't know, sometimes it's amazing,
Because spiritually we do understand. That's why we don't judge pain or ecstasy. Like if we're crying in sorrow or having an orgasm, there's a vibration that resonates with it that doesn't have judgment next to it. That doesn't say that's pain or that's enjoyment. It's vibration. So to be able to feel that and place something on it and work your way back to another, it's a fucking blessing, G. Like everybody want to come out, everybody want to come play at the Earth School.
Well, I don't know about everybody, because some days
But that's part of the human experience.
Right.
Spiritually, it's all fun. All right, so Krista, what are some things people should do on 11/11?
Okay, well, we already talked about, meditate.
Meditate.
Schedule some time, put some time on your calendar, and just, be in the space, meditate. And there are different ways that you can meditate. I don't know if we ever just, talked about meditation, but, some people like to light a candle and stare at it, or look at water and stare at it. Some people will close their eyes. Some people will chant. Some people will listen to music. Some people will just sit in silence. Some people will... have visuals or listen to guided meditations, whatever works for you.
Actually, so my plan is I wanted to start my meditation at the 11 o'clock hour and meditate for that hour. Actually, when I just thought about it, what I might do is I could probably play one of our sound bowls, because I really think a vibration is needed for this. So some sound bowls, because we remember we have those recorded ones. We have them in our folder. We have some recorded.
Oh yeah, we do.
So, or just go to YouTube. So I think I need some sound bowl healing, and I think I'm going to I think I'm going to do a crystal grid, but it's not going to be a grid, it's a circle. And I think I'm going to lay in a circle, do an hour meditation, 11 o'clock hour.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Sounds saucy, doesn't it? No, yeah, so I'm definitely going to do a little meditation. Yeah, some sound. It's so. This is gonna sound crazy. I wish I could play and meditate at the same time.
I was like, well, you should. What about you just playing? But I was like, no, you probably.
I'm gonna
you need to get in.
Yes.
You need to get in. I get it.
Sail away off to.
So, what are some things? What else? What are some things? Or you want me to just go through the list?
Go ahead.
You can connect with your guides. Again, this is just a really great opportunity. The energy is going to be very open for you to do that. You can journal. You're the queen of
y'all already
journaling.
know.
things that come through, things that you're feeling, journal it, put in your book. Make sure you put a date on it. Any type of, anything that you feel coming through, any messages, just put it pen to paper. You can make a spiritual bath. Again, anytime you make a spiritual bath, set some intentions behind it. Like, what is it that you want to get out of this bath? Use plants and flowers and anoint your water. And
be intentional.
Be intentional.
You guys, wait. Be intentional in everything. But because when we said, Chrissy said earlier, when I say, as you are thinking it, it is becoming. As you are feeling it, you are creating it. As you speak it.
Yeah.
You are creating it. So be intentional and impeccable with your word, with your thoughts, with your heart. Seriously. If that's the one thing, that's it. Go ahead, Christy.
Well, and you covered setting intentions. You can also do some self-care work. You can receive the energies to bring you back into balance again. 11:11. You can get some energy work, whatever. Do a chakra balance. This is a good time to manifest. What is it that you want for your life moving forward? Write it down, envision it, meditate on it. Like you were saying earlier, you can create a crystal grid and amplify the energy that you want, or even set an intention with the crystal grid that's what you want to get out of it. So,
and you guys, overall, seriously, it's just think of it as a magical day for manifesting. Seriously, I feel like it's an alarm clock. It's like I'm very. I almost said hopeful, but I think it's more faithful or full of faith in this time.
Yeah, that's a good. Is that your takeaway?
Yeah.
I think my takeaway is to not mess up, and my takeaway is to just take advantage of this energy. Be intentional. Man, I mean, this is the perfect time. And again, regardless, like you mentioned, the energy is going to be amplified regardless, but again, ride that wave.
So temple work, Christy, do you want me to do we're good? I'm gonna do temple work. Okay, so you guys, we got. I am asking, as a message from your highest self to yourself. Script your life. Script your dream. Script what it is that you are bringing into manifestation. Be clear and focused on like every aspect of what it is that you want to feel and create. I really do. So if there is anyone who is what am I saying here, who does have sound bowls, I really do think if you have some heart chakra bowls, to play those. I'm really feeling guided to tell people to play some heart chakra bowls. But in your journal, right? So one, I have a couple of options. One, I would like for you to script your life. Write your story. Do a short story about your life. Put yourself as the first person, as if you are walking in the story. It's a very detailed writing of what we would call your dream reality. And you guys, look, seriously, get as detailed as you feel comfortable, as you would like. What this does, it creates an opportunity for you to get into a receptive mode for what it is that you are creating. Now, I have heard, I have a journal, but I have heard that writing on yellow paper with a red pen, that subconsciously it does something to the brain to take action. So if you have a legal pad and a red pen, but definitely.
You said yellow paper?
Yeah. I just, well, you know what? My journal is red. Oh, I'm doing red today. I just saw that too. Another thing is, this is a great opportunity to be in gratitude, because gratitude is high vibrational. When you are, even if you're not in a space where you are feeling like you're ready to create, get to a space where you are in gratitude. You feel good and grateful for what it is that you have. What are the things that make you smile? What are the things that you love about yourself? So one thing that you could also do in your journals is to write, make a list of the things that you love about yourself, and please be honest with yourself about these things. And it could be something, anything. I love the way I take care of my plants. I love my hair. I love my laugh. I love that that I make people smile. Whatever those things are, make this list. People will always tell you, make a list of, who it is that you're trying to manifest, blah, blah, blah. Be grateful and show love to who and what it is that you are, understanding that you are the perfection no matter where you are on your journey, that you are in perfect harmony with who it is that you came to be. We just need to be honest about, and I shouldn't say we are being asked to be honest with ourselves about who it is that we came to be. If we are living out of alignment, this energy gives us the perfect opportunity to live in alignment. So, write a list of things you love about yourself. So, that's a couple of things, you guys. But when I say, I'll echo what Christy said, don't let this opportunity pass you by.
Man, I mean, why not?
Because why not?
Why not?
Seriously. You have a whole 24 hours in 11/11. Take advantage. Okay.
All right. So, in honor of 11/11, we don't have a crystal of the week, but I'm going to share 2 crystals for you and how to use them. So you all know that I love some labradorite. I'm actually wearing it now.
She sure is.
It's my favorite ring. Shannon gave it to me.
It's beautiful too.
I love it in my Quanya necklace that Mia got me for my birthday. I love it.
You look so cute.
I know. But labradorite, you can meditate with it. It's a really good crystal to connect and to help you to tap into your subconscious mind. And the crystal will also help you to stay open to messages from your inner self. And it will work with you. It will bring up some things that will cause you to, or will need you to write down any insights that will come through during your meditation. So labradorite's one of those crystals that I really like to work with. I think spiritually, for me, it almost allows me to be more in tune. Like, it's almost like, we have our antenna, but then working with it, it's like my antenna becomes that more clear.
I get that. So like your Wi-Fi signal's high.
Right, there you go. It just like enhances my Wi-Fi. Thank you for bringing that down.
Yeah.
How do you work with, or how does labradorite work for you?
I haven't used it in a while, but when I was listening to you, I was just making a note to myself, like, man, I think I'm gonna use that in my circle, because I do think labradorite. I'm gonna do those in the 4. That I think because then I can also ground with that one. I'm gonna use that in my grid. But for me, labradorite definitely crown chakra, which is because it looks. The reason I love the energy of labradorite, and I do not understand why I get this feeling, but for me, it opens my crown chakra and grounds me at the same time.
Oh, I can see that.
And I don't know any other stone like that. It's literally like it's working here and at the bottom. So when you were saying that, I was like, oh my God, labradorite, yes. I needed to hear that. I'm definitely going to use that in my
Cool. Let us know how it goes. So another crystal is angel aura quartz. Have you worked with angel aura before?
Yes. Oh, it's so pretty.
So it's a good crystal because 11:11 your intuition's going to be a little bit more heightened. This is a really good crystal that you can work with. You can sleep underneath your pillow with it. You can meditate with it. It can help to make your dreams more meaningful. But it's also good. Like, it's a good crystal where you can get some intuitive insights. So pull that journal out and write stuff down.
I love it. Yeah. And you guys, you know what? Also, I would say green aventurine.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite.
It is,
One of
because
my
I do feel
favorites.
like 11:11 is really just it's like a really lucky time, but it requires faith. It requires for you to let go of fear. But like, as soon as we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, ooh, when I tell you what I have learned about the power of vulnerability. Anyway, that's another episode for another day. But green aventurine is also heart chakra, as well as enhancing your manifestation.
Yeah.
So that's another one to think about using as I'm writing what I'm putting in my. Ooh, ooh, I'm scared.
So that's it, you all.
That's it, guys.
Thank you all for listening to us. Thank you for listening to Queens of Crystal Things.
We love y'all.
Yes. Follow our page, y'all.
Light,
Peace,
love, and soul. Bye, guys.
Bye.